make a this is an Iron Chef video. This video is not this video is not scripted. This is going to be an Iron Chef video. Show you some of the products that we're going to use for this video. Now just keep in mind, this is not scripted. This is live.
I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Not at me, man.
Alrighty. So this is going to be a live production, and I think we're going to do it right here on this eye right here. We'll come right there. We'll come right there, though. Like that. Something like that, huh? So, let's see. A little Chinese. How about like that? Man. Something like that, huh? Put that on right there. Maybe right there. For right now. All right. So let's get this started. Open up these oyster mushrooms. And we're going to briefly process them. And we're going to briefly process these oyster mushrooms. And we're going to attempt to make a mushroom burger. Now, we're going to take one of these right here, and we're going to make that into a burger. So, stick around. I'm trying to do 19 things. This is a last minute deal. I have a cast iron skillet with a little bit of neutral oil in it, and we're going to make a mushroom burger. That's the plan. And I'm going to jazz this mushroom burger up. We're going to use a keto bun. Nothing is scripted in this video. Nothing is planned. This is last minute cooking like you do when you come home from work. So we're going to process this mushroom burger. And that's a really big piece. So we're going to break it down. Just a whack like that, and a whack like this, and a whack like that. That's what we want. And because I think my skillet is not as big as that, I'm going to just whack off that little bit right there. And that's how we're going to process this mushroom burger. So I'm only going to fry a few of these because I'm also going to make a mushroom soup with some of the other pieces. And I don't want to eat all of that keto bread. So I'm going to probably just fry that bit. And this bit is going to be what I use for some classic mushroom soup. Now, one other thing we're going to do, we're letting our all get hot right there. I'm going to take this little, I have to marinate this a little bit, this mushroom, and I'm going to mix it with a little bit of oat milk, and some vinegar. Well, that's what they said I should do, but you know what? Almond milk costs too much. I'm not gonna marinate. I will put a splash of it on there though. Put a little splash of it on there. And they say let it sit for a few minutes and all that jazz. But the reality of it is that is not gonna happen. So thank y'all for hopping on. This is a live cooking experiment where we're gonna make a mushroom burger. So I'm gonna get a Ziploc. I'm gonna put a little bit of oat milk in it, just a little bit, because oat milk costs way too much money to be experimenting. Get back, baby. And I'm gonna put a splash of vinegar in it. You're supposed to use apple cider, but guess what? We're gonna use what we have, okay? Now I don't know if you ever cooked a mushroom burger, but this is a first time for me, and it may be a first time for you. So we're gonna keep this super simple, and we're gonna use this seasoning from New Orleans to batter it in. It's called fish fry, and so we're gonna do some Zatarain's fish fry. And I tell you what I really do want to do is put some salt and pepper in this mushroom burger. But the Zatarain's already has seasoning in it. So I'm not even going to put salt and pepper in it. All this is oat milk and vinegar. Just some oat milk and vinegar. And I have the fish fry behind me. So I'm going to put these little mushrooms in there so they can start doing what they need to do. And then we're going to batter it up with the fish fry, the Zatarain's brand fish fry. And the brand fish fry, Zatarain's, it's a Louisiana product. And the flavoring, because they have different flavors of fish fry. We're going to shake that around like that. Let it do the hokey pokey. And we're just basically waiting for our grease to get hot. So we're going to shake it up in a bag like this. We're going to do the hokey pokey. And we're going to use that Zatarain. So what I'm going to do right quick, I'm just letting that marinate while we let our oil get hot. So just stick around, hang out, chillax, and watch the show. And I can tell you right now, boy, the pause pack is out and about. They're rolling around. They're ready to eat. They're ready to see what's going on, and they want to be part of the action. But we're going to keep the pause pack at bay. All right. Now, we just... Hey, what's up, Yulissa? How you doing? We're doing a improv mushroom burger, and we're going to... This is just basically oat milk and a little vinegar, and we're actually gonna fry it and put it on that keto bun. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dump this all out. I'm gonna dump out the oat milk and vinegar, and I'm gonna batter these mushrooms. This is just an oyster mushroom, and we're gonna make it happen as soon as this oil is hot. I should have got the oil hot first. That's what I should have did. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't. But we're gonna batter it in Zatarain's crispy southern fish fry, and we're gonna batter it in there. You know, the keto bun, from a texture standpoint, the keto bun was not bad at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was not bad at all. I'll show you the actual brand that I purchased. It's called Nature's Own keto buns, and they were not bad. You know, I couldn't really tell it was a keto bun. However, I will say this: it has a different texture. It's actually a softer texture than traditional bread. Now I'm gonna put some this fish fry in this little plastic bag. And one of the nice things about fish fry, you can use a plastic bag, you can use a Ziploc, you can use a Rubbermaid tote, you can do all of that stuff with the fish fry. But if you use a bag, just make sure you ain't got no holes in that bag. You know, you don't want no holes in it, because it'll look like you work in a bakery. All right, so this is the first time I ever do this, but I'm doing this for science, I'm doing this for research, I'm doing this for y'all, I'm doing this for you and me, and I'm doing this because it's something that I really wanted to try when I actually saw it done this way. And what I may do, is I may actually do one sauteed in a different video. I won't go live on that one, but I may just saute one and let you know how that came out. All right, so our oil needs to get a little bit hotter, so I'm gonna crank up the heat a little bit more. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this battered oyster mushroom on the plate, just like that. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, if you ever cooked eggplant You could do the same thing with eggplant. You could batter it up and you could fry it. And, you know, for people that don't eat cheese, if you do an eggplant, it makes it goes really well. Eggplant goes really well with marinara sauce. So if you have people that are lactose, but they really want eggplant, or they really want that mozzarella stick, you can substitute that mozzarella stick for eggplant. Now, technically, I should batter it one more time, but I'm not going to do that. Not going to do it. Because I think that once is enough, this thing is either going to be good or it's not. So I don't want to overdo it with the batter. And I have to be honest, I really wanted to put like an egg on it or something to make that egg wash, but I didn't. So we're just gonna keep it super simple, and hopefully, just hopefully, it's edible. Now I did think about like slicing it up in a different shape, where I would like cut, that way the batter could get more on it. So like if I slice little veins in it, I thought it would actually make it like a more stringy. Man, I gotta clean this stove. Y'all know I don't like cleaning up, but that's the breaks. All right. So let me wash these hands. Get these hands clean. That's kind of important. And no, I've never tried this before, Ulissa. I've seen it on the internet. And I've seen a lot of vegans cook mushrooms, and I love mushrooms. Shiitake is my favorite. Shiitake is actually a medicinal mushroom, and I think there are only 20 to 25 medicinal mushrooms on this earth. And so shiitake, reishi, those are two that I know of. Yeah, I love them. I love them. And typically, I just saute mushrooms, right? I'll just saute them. But in certain applications, I love mushroom soup, like a cream of mushroom soup. And that's typically how I would prepare them if I don't eat them just sauteed. Now I'm going to check this all just to see what we had on it. And you can put a chopstick in it and do all of that stuff, but you know, I wouldn't recommend splashing water like we used to do when we was kids. Wipe out. But something is telling me rebatter those mushrooms because they look a little like the batter isn't there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rebatter those mushrooms. Now, the whole thing is with your batter, okay, out the can. I do them raw too. I really do. I do them raw. Out the can, I've eaten them out the can. Like some of my friends, when they cook, they'll cook them out the can. And they'll put them in like sauce piquant with olives. They'll put them in different things, you know, out the can. And they'll even put them in like gravies, you know. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to add a little bit more oat milk to the bag. I shouldn't have dumped it out, but I did. So I add a little bit more oat milk to the bag. And I'm going to try to batter them again. I'm going to try to batter them again. And I think I'm even go through the laborious step of slicing one of them up more. Just to see if the texture would change once you batter it. Once you fry it. Oh yeah, sauce piquant sounds so good. So good. Man, we love sauce piquant down here now. One of my friends, he's an alligator hunter during the season. And one thing also just to keep in mind, whenever you're going to fry something, make sure your oil is hot. Do not put it in there if that oil ain't hot, because you're just going to have a soggy mess. Now, I will say I have not added any seasoning to these mushrooms. The oat milk had I put a little bit of vinegar in it, because that's how you make buttermilk. You put milk and vinegar together, and you make some buttermilk at home like that. So that's all I did right there. And now, let's see, where we at? All right, I got one more to rebatter. So this is a double batter that we're doing. And the reason, I'm going to just show you this. The reason I'm double battering it is because you see those little ball spots? You don't want those ball spots. So I'm just going to double batter it so you don't have those ball spots. And I want to say thank you for everybody that's on and watching. I guess this is why you don't cook live, because we have no script. We have no. This is an experiment, but that's okay. You know, it's like walking on Iron Chef. You know, and I'm hoping this. Okay, we ready, baby. All right. So we may do them one at a time because I don't want to overload this little skillet. All right, let me crank that grease up just a little bit more. And I don't use a thermometer when I cook with oil. You can use a thermometer, but your fry zone is like 350. But I don't use a thermometer because my mama never taught me how to use one when I was coming up. We just would always drop a little flour in it or something like that. And it worked for us. Let's see what I need now. Okay, that's it. Now I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some pickle, because I really want to put a piece of pickle on it. And I tell you what else I'm gonna do. I'm gonna toast that bun on the inside. Yeah, I think I'm gonna toast that bun on the inside, so I'm gonna put another little cast iron skillet on there. I'm gonna crank the heat up on it, and I'm gonna toast that bun on the inside. Now, this is just a, let's see, I'm sorry with the comment section. Hey, Kara Dawn. You know what, though? I do. And most of the time, but that's what makes the live interesting. You know, the live is like, I'm not one of those people that want to be scripted with everything, because that's not reality. And I am a control freak. But I'm trying to do this to show y'all my vulnerable side of things. And I want y'all to know that I'm just like y'all. Like, most of the time y'all cook, y'all don't know what y'all cook, and y'all just cook. And it's the same way here. All right, now I'm gonna just put this second one in because my grease is probably a little too hot. Like Bruno Mars said, too hot. All right. But I really like how that looks. I really do. And I'm gonna brown this bun. I'm gonna brown the inside of the bun. So the keto bread is really weird. Not in a bad way. It's just different. So I'm gonna brown that bun. Oh yeah, for sure. You put that water in at all, and it'll let you know real quick. Now, I don't know how long to cook this for. Because I've never cooked this. But we using just for the batter, some Zatarain's Crispy Southern. This is my favorite fish fry if I use fish fry. Zatarain's Crispy Southern. You don't need to season it. You can't go wrong with it. I'm going to tell you that. But I know mushrooms also have a high water content in them. So I'm a little worried about that. And as you can see, I got a blemish on one of these little mushrooms on the backside. So it must have had some water in there and it just blew a hole in it. And now I got to clean the stove, man. This stove is so filthy now. But anyway, we're going to make it happen. I was going to get some pickle. So I'm going to get these pickles out the cooler. And I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to try a little bit of the chili oil on the mushroom. I really do. But I won't do that as my first bite. I won't do it. I will not do it as my first bite. But I do think I'm going to use some pickle on this sandwich. And the reason I'm going to use pickle is because the pickle has a lot of what I need if I'm just eating mushroom, you know? And that pickle is going to simulate all of the good things. All right, you hear that? The grease is letting me know that that's a lot of water coming out of that mushroom. And I really don't like that, but I can't do nothing about it. All right, so this mushroom is going to be done. This one right here, that's well done. This one is rare. Oh my goodness. How you like that? Cast iron on. Ooh, a ceramic? Yeah. What can I say about those nouveau Cajuns, you know? What can I say about those nouveau Cajuns? And I think what I'm gonna toast the bread with, I'm gonna use a little coconut oil. And the reason I'm gonna use a little coconut oil is because I don't want to use butter, because that would make all of the vegans out there not happy. And we are cooking vegan, I think we are. All right. So now I'm gonna strain this little mushroom. Come on now. And I think that looked like a piece of fish, huh? But I'm not gonna play like that with y'all. Y'all know the difference between. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I would have cried if that would have failed. We're gonna strain it, you know. And I think y'all know the difference between vegan and not vegan. I think y'all know the difference. Put that right there and just sit that right there. All right, and guess what? We're gonna start toasting this bun. Got a little coconut oil in that cast iron skillet now. Whoo! And I tell you what, I think this is actually gonna work. Now there are so many, there's so many sauces that you could use. I'm not a big sauce guy. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. I am not a big sauce guy, and the reason being, like when the chef goes through all of that, I have hot fingers. They don't really get hot. But when the chef goes through all of that work, I don't really want to change the flavors. Now I will put a little hot sauce, but I use hot sauce as an ingredient. Excuse me, I use hot sauce as a condiment, not as an ingredient. Because when you use hot sauce as a condiment, I think that's when you get the true essence of it. But when you use hot sauce as an ingredient, it changes the flavor of it. And when I'm talking about using it as an ingredient, when you add the hot sauce to something and then you stir it all around, I think you just ruined the dish. Because the hot sauce should yin and yang the dish instead of being an ingredient in the dish. Like if, for example, if you make a pancake, the milk, the salt is an ingredient in the pancake. Now look at the bun. It toasts really good. It toasts really good. And I'm satisfied with that. And I'm going to show you this, that I learned this on the internet. You could do this too. So when you have a plate like this, when you have a plate and you don't want your bread to get soggy, just put it on some chopsticks. So go on down to the Asian market and get you some chopsticks now. And that'll keep your bread from sogging on that plate. I'm really excited. I don't know about y'all. I'm really excited. So look, let's do this plate. Let's do this plate. Now I got to do this fast because I don't want, got a little piece of pickle right there. And this is just a regular old dill pickle. All right, just like that. Now for the main event, I'm gonna take a little bit, not a lot. I'm gonna take a little bit of chili oil and I'm gonna put it down there. Just a little bit. Just like that. And let me cut this. We're making maypie over here, man. This thing is popping. Boy, I gotta clean this whole kitchen up. This stove is filthy. All right, now let's plate it up. We're gonna put that one right there. Whoo! It's like my little meatball. Put that one right there. Put that one right there. Pick that up. Get this bread off the top. We toasted pretty good. I'm satisfied. Now this is, I present to you, this is the mushroom burger of all mushroom burgers. Let's go for a bye-bye, like Stacey said. Now I'm going to tell you right now, it has really good flavor. It has really good flavor. that fish fry, set it off nice. Now I'm gonna go for a bite where I can get the chili oil and all of that. It tastes like a fish sandwich. It really tastes like a fish sandwich. Now, one other thing I want to tell you is I gotta clean this stove up, man. Now, I'm gonna tell you this: it is not gonna be tender as meat is. So it actually has texture to it. So if you actually cut it thinner, I think you'll like it more. But it is very. I'm gonna make this again. I'm gonna make it again. So let's recap what we used. We put the mushroom in a little bit of almond milk and vinegar. Then we added the mushroom to the Zatarain's crispy oven. Right here. And then we fried it. That's it. We did double batter it, but we fried it. That's it. And I'm going to say right now, this mess that I have to clean up, it was worth it. Man, I'm going to tell you, man, look, believe it or not, and look, the chili oil just put it over the top. I'm going to cook this again. I'm going to make this for the first lady when she come home today. And I'm going to have everything meased out. I'm going to have all my mise en place together. Dawn, thank you so much. I'm going to have all my mise en place together. I'm going to be ready. And I'm going to cook this for a chef. I'm going to cook this for sous chef and for the first lady today. This was amazing. I'm going to show you how amazing it was. Man, I'm going to have to go to the stove. I'm going to have to go to the stove and get some more mushrooms. But look, this thing is this is really good. I won't kid you no lie. I'm going to tell you this, right? Y'all know I'm from Southeast Louisiana. Y'all know how important meat is to our culture. I would be cool giving meat up. Listen to me good. And please hear me. I would be okay giving meat up to eat this. Now look, that might be hard to believe. That might be hard to believe. But I would be okay giving meat up. This has satisfied me just as much as meat has. I don't want to admit that though. But I'm telling you right now, this has really satisfied me. And if I had to give meat up, I would. Like, this has really been a good experience. It's one of the top 5 best things I've had to eat all year. And I had some fire oxtails the other day. This has really been good. This has really been good. So I'm going to cook this again today, and I'm going to do it a whole lot more slower for everybody to watch. So look forward to my live later on this evening, because I'm going to show y'all how I just did this oyster mushroom. I don't even know what we're going to call it. What are we going to name it? What are we going to name it? Vegan Delight? Vegan meat? What are we going to name it? Because my goal was just to make a hamburger with the oyster mushroom. Thank you so much, High Heels. My goal was just to make an oyster mushroom with the hamburger. Oyster mushroom hamburger. But all we put on it was pickle, chili oil, and that's it. But we seasoned it with Zatarain's Crispy Southern. You can check out Zatarain's. I'll show you how to spell it. Zatarains. Whenever I fry fish in Louisiana, Southeast Louisiana, if I'm going to use a commercial breading, this is the brand, this is the box right here. Zatarain's Crispy Southern. It's perfect. You don't need to add nothing. You don't need to put oil on it. You don't need to put mustard on the fish, tiger sauce on the fish. You don't need to do any of that. All you need to do is just season it with that. If you want to double batter it, double batter it. Most of the time when I fry fish, I do not double batter it. But you can. But that's an all-in-one thing. I got to clean all this mess up. I thank y'all for watching. I'm going live this evening again. I'm telling you right now. I'm going live. I'm going to make the first lady and sous chef one of these amazing oyster mushroom hamburgers. And I don't want to disrespect any meat eater by calling it a hamburger, but it is on a keto bun. And I'm telling you, I could give meat up and I won't miss it because of the flavor of this thing, this mushroom. So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for sticking around. Thank y'all for making everything great. We make a good team. I'm going to see y'all later, and I'm going to leave y'all right now, but I'm going to see y'all later real soon, all right? Thank y'all so much. We're going back live later. Y'all have a good day. Make your day great. Coco, we're not going to have that, Coco. Thanks again.